Is it working? Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program episode 4 in the hard mode. I hope I'm speaking loud enough. These solid rocket boosters are sure really loud. And yep, we are in a new day. The night just passed, and we are in a new day trying to once again do stuff for the space program, and hopefully we will do things right this time. I'm trying to do some missions while at the same time trying to progress even more. This will probably be our first in deep space mission, and god damn, is it hard to control this solid rocket. Fuck. Alright, down they go. There goes like $10,000, but hey, never mind that. Now we can actually go and see how to properly fix ourselves on our orbit. It should be like 45 degrees over here on the 90 degrees point, and we can pretty much boost all the way up. Fabien is once again requested to use his service in this operation, and hopefully it will be good enough. And yeah, we're trying a new mission. As I said, this is the second Kerbal orbiter. This is what I called it. It has like 4 solid rocket boosters instead of the 3 of the previous one, and it will attempt to go on a full deep space orbit, which means like over 300,000 meters or 300 kilometers, or I don't know how much that means in miles, so hopefully you can get it around and calculate that for yourself. And hopefully you can finish more contracts at the same time. We have some contracts to like use a separaton, and also some contracts to like oh wow, that's some sort of altitude, and also some contracts to use like freaking oh god, it's so difficult to control. Am I outside yet? Wait, that sounded wrong. Okay, cut. Engine cough. Whew. I should really use the 45, the T45 engine. It has better thrust vectoring, but it's also, weaker, say like that. And yeah, we're once again flying upwards. Yeah, we already used that science. Have we used the materials bay? Like, we haven't used here, so the rarefied air has caused interesting changes to the gel sample. It seems like something is happening with the interior structure. Wonderful. Alright, we're going to wait until we get outside of the orbit, so we will not waste too much fuel while getting into the air, but a pretty standard mission nonetheless, and we'll hopefully be able to complete some of the other missions. These missions are really difficult to complete, some of them are just like ridiculous, but hey, not going to question it. If those guys in the R&D lab wants me to test a Separatron or a freaking LV engine while flying in between a certain altitude and a certain speed, who am I to contradict them, you know? Now we're trying to like circularize our orbit. Oh, and we ran out of fuel. Hopefully this engine has served us well. Down it goes. And fire off our last stage in hopes that it will have enough to at least circularize the orbit. It might not have enough to make a full orbit, to make like a high inclination orbit. However, I do believe, oh, we're so close to be able to like test the Separatron 1. We need to be in an orbit and at a certain altitude, which we are definitely going over a little bit, but it should be fine. We're very close to establishing our orbit, and yeah, stuff is going pretty much well. I'm not going to lie. Even though we're really tight on funds, stuff is pretty much going well. Alright, so we need to be like 70,000 and orbit established. Call off, and let's test our separate. Ah, we just missed it. Ah, goddammit. Alright, no problem. We can do one orbit around Kerbin. just flying around and not doing anything important, you know. Look at the moon far away. I'm going to come to you, moon, one time. Don't even worry about it. We're going to go a little bit to the dark side, and unlike certain expressions in Kerbin land, once you go black, you can come back. You will just come back on the other side, and that's pretty interesting. And we're back into the. Alright, test the Separaton. Holy shit! Test is successful! And yeah, that was a pretty wild spin. Let's hope it didn't alter our orbit too much. Yeah, we're fine. So we have tested this. This means a new contract successful, which means more money, and we can actually see the effects of our strategy that we have in use. So we have gained like more money for the cost of reputation, which is fine, you know, that's fine by me. Alright, let's see what we can use. That we can do a crew report, but that really doesn't help us much. We can observe the mystery goo. It really doesn't do much. We could transmit the materials bay, or what I'm actually thinking is like doing maybe another EVA report. But maybe I'm going to do that once we get into deep space. Although we must be sure that we have enough fuel to turn back, you know. Really important stuff. So we're going to wait until we get to the periaps. Let's actually see. Let's do a maneuver mode. Let's do these things properly. So we need to get like, yeah, that's pretty deep, I believe. 800. We could go. Whoa, not that much. Um, could go to like 1,000,000 meters. Or actually, let's go to a little bit less. Like 600,000 meters should be good enough for a deep space mission. We're going to go there, and then we're going to come back and land, hopefully close to the space center. And yeah, we'll have one more minute to wait until we can make the burn. We can time accelerate it. We're once again in the... Oh, we missed that, but we can still burn, no problem. 17-second burn. Yeah, we're good with fuel, no problem. And we're extending our orbit quite something over here. And here we are. Let's delete our node, and let's hope that's far enough to consider itself a deep orbit. And let's let the game scroll once again. And we also want to do this science data from from space around Kerbin. So we now go further and further away. Have accelerated. This is an important thing about space mission, is the thing that since you're in space, you know, no air friction. That means that you only need to accelerate at the beginning to give you like the speed that you need to go to that certain point in space. You know, that's only at the beginning you need to accelerate, and then it'll just go. You don't need to accelerate all the way, you know. Right, this is like 300,000 meters, I suppose. Let's see if this counts itself as deep space. Yes, we are in space high over Kerbin, and it's very round. Wow. Let's transmit this data. And this completed yet another mission. Woohoo! And this is a really valuable mission. And the beautiful music just came up. Let's observe the mystery goo, which feels right at home here. That's fairly nice, I suppose. And seems to have clumped in the sphere. I don't really think we could use that, but what we can do is do a... Whoa, easy there, Fabian! Wow, we should definitely pay more attention to who we hire in these missions. Recorded your observation about the situation. So we have made an EVA report. And yeah, we are pretty much in space. Wow, I really like this music. This music is also in like Universe Sandbox. It's a game which has the same music, and it's like showing things at scale. I don't know if I'm explaining that game properly, but it's basically making a scale from the biggest things to the smallest things, and makes and tells you what they are and stuff like that. Not enough energy. Oh yeah, we are losing. We are definitely losing electric charge. But this has been pretty much it. So now we need to do is like bring ourselves into the atmosphere and hopefully try and land as close to the space center in order to recover as much of whatever we have here. And maybe we can also test the parachute. Who knows? We have. It's really annoying because you have to actually activate the stage in when all those conditions are met. Um. Oh well, we'll see. So let's get to our up axis over here and let's drag our maneuver node back inside the atmosphere. And that will be pretty much it. 3, 2. I would really like to like only get ever so slightly into the atmosphere so I can like slow down and then maybe properly get into it while I'm over the space center. 35,000. At 30,000 is where it gets like really thick, so I want to be like a little bit over it. That should be good enough. So let's get to all that. It's only a 1 second burn. This is like proof that in space you really don't need a powerful engine, and in fact if you run out of fuel you can in extreme situation even get your astronaut out and have it push your vehicle, but we're not really that far. We're going to burn ourselves back into the atmosphere, our periaps is dropping, and here we are. We're going to go back in and hopefully not so back in that we will be able to like get to the space center. And all that's left is to time accelerate. We don't have lights yet, but that will be one of the things that we really would like to unlock so we can actually see things when we are in deep space. We are really high up, man. I suppose we can do another crew report, but yeah, it doesn't really yield much more science now. And I already did this one while I was like in up an atmosphere, upper atmosphere, but I'll do it again because this one definitely won't be the last mission over here. So let's do a huge time acceleration, which you know slows itself down as I get closer and closer. Also, I can also like time accelerate the video itself if it's required to like not spend so much time on things that I have already done. But we're still introducing new stuff, you know. I already cut a few parts where I like try to do some missions, which really didn't give me much money as these two ones, like the Sepratron and the scientific data. And yeah, we can use like physical time acceleration. So it's a bit dangerous. Let's see how we can watch from space how our orbit gets lower and lower as we like get and suffer air friction. Pretty nice game. And I'm thinking about the many. This game and this series, after all, has lots of potential. Especially if we add things like mods and stuff like that, we could definitely make a lot of this game. And we're going deeper and deeper into the atmosphere, and we can see that it's really going fast down now. We might not be able to go back up because right now our periaps is like 34,000 meters and it's still dropping. And yeah, I believe we overburned a little bit. So we're going to probably come back from this first one, but you know, that's fine. As long as we're somewhat close to the space center and as long as I can, if I could hopefully test that parachute, I would be really happy. But it requires a very specific speed that I don't really think I can manage to get. Yeah, the apoapsis is back into the atmosphere, so we're definitely going down. As you can see, we're not even going to get close to the space center. We're going to see how this thing goes down. We're probably going to end up in the ocean or in the desert. Yeah, probably in the desert or in this middle ocean. Yeah, we didn't get things properly. Nevertheless, still a pretty good mission. We got some very valuable science, and I'm happy with that. So let's time accelerate as we go down, and it should be fine. And yeah, despite all my attempts, I did miss like getting that thing. and we're going to like land, and unfortunately it seems like we're going to land somewhere into the mountains, which is definitely not the best idea to work for. We luckily have 2 parachutes, so that will slow us down quite significantly. But getting a proper landing spot over here will be very freaking hard. And oh Jesus, let's hope it works. I suppose we can reset this experiment and use it again now that we're over mountains. No, not while flying over Kerbal. Oh my god, those are really close. We're at high altitude. Please, for the love of everything that's holy, don't like fall over and crash and get to the valley, you know? It could just like roll all the way down if we like crash and don't land perfectly on these feet. Which, you know, I do believe we're going to survive, but we're going to lose like pretty much. We're going to lose like valuable parts. Let's see. Let's hope that it all goes for the best. It seems to be pretty plain in this area. Actually, never mind. It's like horrible terrain. How the hell did I get this over here? I think Fabian is wondering the same thing under his like innocent smirk. Oh Jesus! Alright then. Well, we did crash, but hopefully, or luckily, we did not like lose our stuff, and we even managed to get a report from Kerbal Highlands. That's really awesome. So now we can do. Oh, get up! God damn it! You are really dumb sometimes. But let's do an EVA report. Yeah, these are the Kerbal Highlands, which we already did. We were close to the mountains. I suppose I could run to them and try to do another report from the actual mountains. Oh well, never mind. Let's get back in. Oh, jeez. Back in, I said. Come on now. Fabian, I thought you were smarter than that. Who am I kidding? Has like 100% stupidity. I also like how all the only attributes of Kerbals are like stupidity and uh, courage. You know, courage is understandable, but stupidity, like, nah. Okay, let's recover that and see what it does. So as we can see, we like obtained more science. We are 43%. We recovered a really small part of our funds and lost a lot of parts. We recovered like 4 resources from 17 parts. But yeah, we have more funds because we completed the missions, and Fabian is still alive and happy. Alright, with this amount of science we can do pretty much nothing. I also managed to unlock flight control on off camera, but I don't think we'll be able to unlock any of these things as they are really freaking expensive, and yeah, stuff keeps on going. Alright, alright, and what do we have over here? Rescue comes on Kerman from Kerbin. What the hell is this? Frequency at which we find ourselves achieving sudden combustion was Cam's Kerman was pretty much out of options. Oh, so Cam is stuck in an orbit around Kerbin and we need to return him safely back. Look at that, so this is a completely new mission that I haven't seen before, and we also have the Explore the Moon mission. This mission will be the ultimate badass. Look at how much money it gives us, holy shit. And we have so many different objectives, it like gives us money for objective by objective because it's so difficult, like orbit around the moon, transmit science while around the moon, land on the moon, and transmit science while on the surface of the moon. And also test a small gear bay on an escape trajectory, I don't really know what that is. Alright, we're going to see, but before that I'm going to go ahead. Alright, and so with the reputation that we have gained from the last mission, we're finally going to go ahead and unlock a new active strategy. Oh, look at that, unpaid research program. It yields more science for each reputation. That's really interesting, but what we're going to do is activate aggressive negotiations. And we're going to try and get in as much commitment from it as possible. 45%, that's pretty good for us. Basically what this does is like it reduces, like, let's go 40%, or I don't know, 40% sounds good to me. It reduces the cost of the launch vehicles and of the purchases from the research and development lab, but it also reduces like reputation for each discount. So yeah, we're going to sacrifice a lot of reputation with these campaigns, but hopefully it will solve our financial situation. And we're going to go ahead and accept strategy. And now we are really low on reputation. Let's hope that it goes well for us. And as you can see, as we will see, it is way more cheaper now to actually buy them. It only cost, before it cost like 2,000, 20,000 funds, and now it only costs like 16,000. So we should be good to go for the next mission, which will hopefully be an orbit around the moon. Alright, I can see that he is very happy, and hopefully we're also going to go ahead and rescue Kerman from Kerbin before it's too late. And science data from Kerbal Dine, look at that. Transmit scientific data from space around Kerbin. We already did something similar, but we're going to do it again because money! That's right. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.